This ridge along here separates us from Jameson Canyon and the Napa River watershed. It's a barrier to the fog. That wall of rock there is what saves these vineyards.
Get that barrel for the Chardonnay. We have close to 40 acres. My son helps me. I spent a lot of time in the vineyard. Yeah, that's where it starts, and you got to have good grapes to make good wine. And so I put a lot of emphasis on that.
The shovel represents everything to us. It's the point where the farmer meets the soil, and the winemaking is an expression of our farming.
I am a farmer, and I've been raising grapes for most all of my life. And my expertise is really in the vineyard. I mean, I use a lot of the things that I've learned from growing fruit and carrying it over into the grapes. With fruit trees, we're trying to just give them everything they want all the time. It's very easy. Grapes, it's a different thing. We're on that wire of not giving them very much water and how far we can take it without stressing the vine too much.
What is it about SuiSun specifically that distinguishes it from these other areas?
We're in this little growing region that's between a foggy area and a warm area. You have this little strip of land, and I think it creates its own unique climate. It's kind of a happy medium, enough warmth, and yet you don't have those extreme high temperatures. It cools down and it gives a chance for the vine to recuperate. It slows the ripening process down. It's much cooler as you work in. It's blocked by the mountains, and it gets much warmer as you work your way in. And that's what gives us the ability to do these different varietals that require a warmer climate.
Varied microclimates, it's unheard of anywhere else in the whole world. It's almost like a mystery. How is it possible in this itty-bitty little 10,000 acre plot of land to be able to have these world-class vintages from these varietals? The grape growing are so different, yet it happens. How is that possible?
Start off with Daryl here, 667. And this is Daryl.
Oh, I see. I see. You like the sparrow?
Yeah.
Are you pleased with what he's done for you here? Mm-hmm. That's pretty stuff, isn't it?
With our children, they all have their own personalities, and then we kind of label the wines as part of their personalities.
I see. So and, what's Daryl got going for him?
Well, actually, Daryl is probably one of our highest tannin children.
We do all natural fermentations here, all indigenous yeast.
Yeah, brave people.
Brave or crazy, huh?
But, I mean, I'm getting very dark plum aromas here,
We actually have 3 clones, the Dijon clones. We have 115, 667, and 777. Really, the fermentation went very rapidly. You can bring some of that juice.
Yeah, nice. What are the signature aromas and flavors of this area?
The flavors that I'm getting, the raspberry, blackberries.
Tremendous rich fruit.
Oh, it is. Yeah. Started to get that kind of jelly, kind of softness to it when you bite into them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you can tell how
where the pectin is breaking down. And
very soft tannin. And Pinot is kind of my pet project, and I hope that someday I can really make a world-class Pinot.
Well, you're young yet.
That's good. I don't know about that, but why don't we go out and look at the vineyard?
Okay,
and then I can kind of talk to you about what we're doing out there. I've been farming all my life, and I put a lot of care out here. We're constantly monitoring, and all season long we're doing something out here. We're either dropping green fruit, or some of the fruit might be too heavy in one spot. We remove bunches. We want each bunch to have its own space. So anything that's harvested is all good quality fruit. I plant cover crop every year. We've never really added any commercial type fertilizers. We've been able to work just with the cover crops. Yeah.
Beautiful.
And then also you're getting all that nice organic matter back into the soil. A lot of, keeping the earthworm population up and the microorganisms working. Just minimal water. I try to build a record of every year of how much water I've given them. And try to build off of that. Can I go a little bit longer without hurting the vines? And as you can see, our canes are very small for the most part. And you can see they're very well spread out. We try to give each bunch its own space. We don't want them piled on top of one another. So we get that light completely around all the berries.
Very
I think
nice.
this is a really great system too, this lyre system. We get a lot of ambient light. We split the canopy
That
open.
double canopy.
Yeah.
So what's the big deal about an old vine? This vineyard's been here for a while, right?
The thing is, when the older vines, as they really start to get into a stage of their life where they're less vigorous, more of the energy is going into the fruit, thinner canopy, more ambient light. The crop size is much smaller. You really need to get paid a lot because the yield is so poor, but the quality is so good. Cabernet especially really needs to be planted on some of these more marginal soils to keep the vigor under control. I think selected hillsides in the area would be a good choice for Cabernet.
This vineyard, it's an old vineyard that shows us the future capability of the region. These are 40 or 50 years old?
Well, they're not that old, Clark, but they're pushing 30 years, yeah. What happens with some of the older vineyards that is a problem is the viruses start to come out. And as you can see, this is fairly virus-free. You can tell by the green leaves.
Just look at this beautiful fruit, nice and loose, small berries. They're starting to soften just a little bit. They're not completely turgid anymore. And let's just see what we got here. Wow, lots of blueberry fruit there.
These grapes are going to New Jersey.
Jersey?
Yeah.
What exit?
It's actually going to a wine school.
Grape Escapes Wine School.
I don't know if they know how good they're getting
this
here.
This has been special requests. They've
been doing this for a while, huh?
Yeah. Well, this is our Cabernet from this vineyard here, Clark. And I'm really anxious for you to try this.
Yeah. Oh, shame about the color.
Yeah.
And when we get all our glasses, I'm going to offer a toast too.
Okay. You can tell just from looking at it, it's going to live a long time.
Right.
So I'm going to offer a toast to us in Italian. This is something that my mom always says, and it's very reflective of the vineyard here, because you can tell that the vineyard struggles and the old vines and stuff. And the toast is "Che devo aprire, devo soffrire," and it means those who want to show up gotta suffer.
Okay.